My leaders, I'm gonna play it average. Cause when you play it average, can't nobody see you. My leader. I never wanted to be great because I never wanted to hear your criticism. I never wanted to hear it. The idea of you criticizing me for my efforts was just too strong. I'd rather not be great. I'd rather not be noticed. I'd rather hide somewhere underneath the desk and watch everybody excel. My leaders, I want to talk to you about how to avoid criticism. At the same time, explaining why not to avoid criticism. And my leaders, real quick, to go directly into this, it's in Proverbs, a recent Proverbs that's just touched my soul, right? And it's Proverbs 10:17. He is on the path of life who heeds instruction, but he who ignores reproof goes astray. First verse, he is on the path of life who heeds instructions. Instructions? Lord. What type of instructions do I need on the path of becoming great? I don't want to hear nothing. I'm giving my all. That should be enough. In fact, Lord, let me tell you something, Lord. I've noticed my friends and some of my peers being great, and I've seen what the criticism has done for them. I'm good. I'll pass. I'll stick with being average. I understand how to avoid criticism. I'll stick to being average. I know you got plans for me, God, but I don't want to go near that. For the longest, ladies and gentlemen, during my basketball career, I hated basketball games. Like, I loved practice because nobody was in the gym. But when it came time to play the game of ball in front of the school, I was terrified. Anxiety would just rush my very essence. I didn't want to be great. I didn't want to be criticized. And the fear of not being or wanting to be criticized would affect the way I played the game of ball. I don't want to be great. And recently I'm reading a book by Napoleon Hill called The Golden Rules. And the chapter that hit me last night touched my soul. And it was about how to avoid criticism. It specifically said, be nothing, do nothing. My leader, hear what I'm saying. Look at this timely message. Be nothing and do nothing. This is the formula to avoiding criticism. And in the word in Proverbs 10:17 says, he who does not heed instructions is going astray. Meaning, check this out. Because you're not operating at the highest potential that you can possibly operate off of because of the fear of reproof, you are living a lie. Jaja was living a lie. This not only trickled down to basketball, but it would trickle down into my relationships. Jaja didn't want to be criticized for some of the things and the wacky things that I wanted to do, some of the places I wanted to go, because I don't know if my woman want to go there. She may criticize this stupid idea. She may criticize this dinner date. She may criticize this activity. She may criticize this outfit. She may criticize this new haircut. She may criticize. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play it average. My leaders, I'm gonna play it average. Because when you play it average, can't nobody see you. When you play it average, you already know what works. How to avoid criticism. Be nothing, do nothing. And then the word is simply telling us, accept, reprove. This is good for you. This gives you the instructions in life you need to continue to move forward because you're living out of true authenticity. My leader, you don't want to avoid criticism. You want to accept it and take it for what it is. As a sign that you're breaking through. It's just a sign that you're doing something that's not ordinary. It's a sign that you're reaching a new dimension. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with what you're becoming, what you value, your views, your perspective, your work. To avoid criticism is to avoid who you really are, your identity. My leaders, hear me out. I never wanted to be great because I never wanted the reproof of your opinion. I didn't want to hear your criticism. My leader, today you might be wondering every single day you wake up how to avoid criticism. And my leader, I'm talking to you right now. This may be shackling you in certain areas. If not business, maybe your relationship. If not relationship, maybe in school. If not in school, maybe the social group and social activity that you're a part of. You just don't want to speak up. Even when you have a phenomenal idea, you'd rather not speak up because you don't value the fact that it's just that great. You're shackled to the paralysis of fear. I want to break this today. My leadership challenge for you today, my leaders, in this short but sweet video on how to avoid criticism by not actually avoiding criticism. I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you today to accept reproof. How do you accept reproof? By going into a situation where you know for a fact that if you speak up, you're going to be criticized. Going into a situation that you know that if you bring your most natural, authentic self, that you're going to be criticized. This is not something you have to think about. You know the environments that you have in your life right now that you've been avoiding due to criticism. I want to challenge you to take the first step today and just go towards one of those criticizing reproof events. It's going to be difficult, but I guarantee you right now, my leaders, it's going to liberate you. It's going to liberate you. And you're going to see something very significant. You're going to ask this question: why have I been avoiding who I am this whole time? How to avoid criticism. Be nothing. Do nothing. After today, you're finally going to do something. And I'm a firm believer that your life will be changed. We are.